I'm sometimes asked how I make my videos, why I make them, and how much time I spend on them. Some people think I'm under the impression I can make money with my YouTube channel. That's absurd. Aside from the fact that it would take much more than just the occasional video, I have no such ambitions at all. I couldn't care less how many followers I have there, or even if I have any at all. I upload my videos to my YouTube channel because it's much easier to post a simple YouTube link in my status later than a whole video. I create my personal videos about travel and excursions primarily for Rolly and a few friends and acquaintances who occasionally leave a comment or tell me how eagerly they await and enjoy each of my videos. I often copy the links to new videos into my WhatsApp status. This allows anyone on my contact list who's interested to watch my output after a lot of input and putting in their time, but I don't force it on anyone. I'm always happy to receive comments, of course, but no one should feel obligated to watch my videos or even comment on them. For this reason, I generally don't send the links anymore, but simply provide them in my status. Those who aren't actively looking for them won't be bothered by them. Anecdote 1. A few years ago, a close relative made it clear to me that he wasn't generally interested in my videos because they often featured people he didn't even know, and therefore he wasn't interested in the videos either. Clear message. Message received. Anecdote 2. A little later, a dear friend complained that she wasn't receiving any new videos from me. I explained to her that I didn't want to force my videos on anyone, and because of Anecdote 1, I wouldn't send them to anyone anymore, but that she could simply subscribe to my YouTube channel if she wanted to see the latest videos. I told her that everyone who subscribed to my YouTube channel and clicked the bell would be automatically notified when I uploaded something new. Whether they wanted to watch it was up to them. Yes, of course, she replied, and it was obvious she was embarrassed, but she still asked me the question. Yes, of course, she said, but how much does a subscription cost? Admittedly, the word subscribe is a bit unfortunate on YouTube's part. Older people often automatically associate it with monthly or annual recurring subscription costs. Of course, I then explained to her that such a subscription is free. I don't think she subscribed to the channel anyway. I don't primarily create political videos for friends and acquaintances, but for politicians, either to support their stances or to criticize them as appropriate, and to counter videos by left-wing or right-wing extremists who, in my opinion, spread cheap propaganda full of nonsense and lies. In these cases, I still send the links to the videos directly to the politicians in question and their followers on the respective channels. I then force my opinion on them. I believe that a democracy can only survive if as many citizens as possible are not too complacent or too afraid to speak out loudly and clearly when there is a danger that extremists will take over. Passivity and silence are poison for any democracy. The most recent example, the USA. The fact that Trump now runs the US like a dictatorship is due to the fact that the majority of Americans, be they politicians or ordinary citizens, let him do what he wants. American democracy is currently completely dysfunctional due to a lack of participation. But foreign heads of state and high-ranking politicians also bear considerable blame for this development. The appearances of our federal councillor Keller Sutter and those of NATO chief Mark Rutte, for example, were quite embarrassing. They not only gave the egocentric loudmouth a run for his money, but also bowed down in complete subservience before him. It is well known that you have to pat him on the back if you want something from him, and this justifies giving him some of the run for his money. But it is also well known that he despises anyone who shows weakness and bows down before him. Keller Sutter and Mark Rutte obviously failed to take this into account. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney, on the other hand, acted in an exemplary manner. He stood up to Trump and thereby earned the oaf's respect. Or Friedrich Merz, with whom I certainly don't always agree, but who skillfully managed to flatter Trump while simultaneously making it clear that he would not give up under any circumstances. Or Zelensky, who kept his mouth shut in a disciplined and diplomatic manner in the Oval Office, left the White House with his head held high, and later defied Trump by consistently rejecting every cheap, extortionate deal Trump offered, ultimately negotiating significant improvements for Ukraine. Afterward, Trump called him a great man. Those who kowtow to Trump are despised, laughed at, and publicly humiliated. Examples: Rutte calls me daddy. All heads of state kiss my ass. Macron doesn't understand anything, etc. So now to answer the questions. For my videos, I usually use photos and clips from various cameras, my old iPhone, my equally old DJI Pocket, and my brand new Insta360 X5. Sometimes I add smaller clips from my little Hover X1, a tiny drone, but that's rare. I then write a commentary on the video in a Word document, and via copy-paste from HeyGen.ai, have it spoken by one of the numerous avatars I've created over the past few months, as closely as possible to the content. They can all be animated and use my own voice, which I cloned on HeyGen.ai about 2 years ago, so I don't always have to speak myself live. Afterward, I tell ChatGTP what the video is roughly about and ask for a suggestion for lyrics. These lyrics are usually a bit sparse, but that doesn't matter to me because they're just meant to fill in the background. I then copy one of these texts into the Create module on Suno.ai and have it suggest 3, 4, sometimes 5 or 6 songs. I then insert the least embarrassing one into my video, which I've already prepared with Medshix Video Pro X17. Finally, I export the finished video project as an MP4 file and upload it to YouTube, where I can then retrieve the link, which I can easily insert anywhere without having to copy and paste large files every time. It's actually quite simple once you know how, isn't it? Oh yes, there was one more question. Depending on the length and mood, the time I spend on a video is between 1 day and a full week, not including photography and filming. Do you have any further questions? Go ahead, I'd be happy to answer them.